The football. While we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Flush to his right. It's complete left side to Aguilar. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. And how about this, a fake? And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
4th and short in this part of the field. You just noticed special teams coordinators rallying the team, saying, watch the fake with Brandon. Don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it, and they were ready for it and stopped it.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Open man, that's Gesicki down the field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And the Bengals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. On the ground with a tight end. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Tanner Hudson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this 1st half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy, stone-faced, wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, 3rd quarter. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this 2nd half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the 1st half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now Jackson. Forced out to his left. He's going to look downfield for Henry, and it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up second down. Here's Jackson to throw. That's going deep for Bateman. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 56 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
This pass complete to Higgins. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Burrow will throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Now it's Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, 37 yards. And the Ravens take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The preference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams by far, and that's great complementary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
Now Burrow on first down. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down. He's got it. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Here we go.
Brown is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Brown once more, pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. They'll give it here to Brown. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Chase Brown taking it in from a yard out. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here. They'll try and run it here. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here. That's
why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than 1 play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 75 yards. And the Ravens get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdowns.